If you're on TRT and you still feel like garbage, it's not because the testosterone isn't working. It's because your doctor gave you a protocol from 2004, they crashed your estrogen, ignored your SHBG, and told you to come back in 6 months. That's not hormone optimization, that's medical neglect. Today, we're breaking down the absolute reality of TRT optimization. I'm gonna walk you through the 10 most common questions and the exact mistakes that are keeping you from feeling the way that you're supposed to feel. We're gonna cover what optimal actually looks like versus just being in range, and why crashing your estrogen is destroying your joints and your brain, and the specific blood work markers you need to demand from your doctor. So before we get into the mechanisms, understand this. I'm a coach, I'm not your doctor. This is education on human physiology and hormone management. This isn't medical advice, but if you listen closely, you're gonna know more about your own endocrine system by the end of this video than the guy that's gonna be writing your prescription. So let's get into it. The number one question I get, am I a candidate for TRT? Guys come to me with brain fog, zero libido, and they can't recover from a workout. And their doctor pulls their lab work and says, good news. You're at a 12, you're in range, you're fine. Here's the mechanism you need to understand. That reference range from 8 to roughly 29 nmol per liter is built from population averages. Do you know who's in that population? Sick men, obese men, sedentary men, 89-year-old men, and if you're a 35-year-old active male being in range, doesn't mean that you're optimal. It means you're in that average, and average in today's society is functionally broken. The functional optimal for an average male should be between 18 and 28. But even if your total testosterone is at 20, you might feel horrendous. Why? Because nobody's talking about SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. Think of SHBG like a pair of handcuffs. If your SHBG is high, it binds to your testosterone, and your body never actually gets the chance to use it. Your number, it looks great on paper, but your free testosterone, it's in the gutter. This is the most missed marker in TRT management. If your doctor is only testing total testosterone, they're looking at half of the picture. Now, let's get into the biggest mistake in the industry, the estrogen crash. You start TRT, your testosterone goes up. Naturally, some of that testosterone converts to estrogen through aromatization, and your doctor, they panic. They prescribe an aromatase inhibitor like anastrozole, and they crush your estrogen to the floor. And here's the reality check. Estrogen isn't the enemy. Estrogen protects your joints, it protects your brain, it protects your cardiovascular system and your lipids. And when you crash it, you get joint pain, severe anxiety, depression, and your sex drive disappears. That exact symptom is why you went on TRT in the first place, and are now being caused by the medication your doctor gave you to manage your protocol. Crashing your estrogen is malpractice disguised as a protocol. So what's the actual application here? How do you fix this? First, you gotta manage the estrogen through injection frequency, not by adding more drugs. Most men at the standard TRT dose of 100 to 200 per week, you don't actually need an AI. And if you split your dose and inject 2, 3, 4 times per week, you're gonna create smaller peaks. Smaller peaks mean less aromatization, and your estrogen is gonna stay in range naturally. And second, you demand a comprehensive blood work panel. You don't just accept a total testosterone draw. You need a free testosterone, SHBG, sensitive estradiol, a full lipid panel, a CBC to watch your hematocrit and liver enzymes, because you can't optimize what you don't measure, right? Third, you gotta understand that TRT is an amplifier, it's not a foundation. TRT is not gonna fix the 5 hours of shitty sleep. It's not gonna fix your terrible diet. It's not gonna fix chronic stress. If your lifestyle is broken, testosterone, it's not gonna save you. So here's the mindset shift you need to make today. Stop letting these uninformed doctors manage your hormones by guesswork. TRT, it's not a magic shot that you're just gonna take once a week while ignoring the rest of your physiology. It's a highly specific medical intervention that requires precise management, frequent monitoring, and a lifestyle that supports the pharmacology. It's not a compound problem, it's a management problem. If you're tired of guessing, you're tired of feeling suboptimal while being told, hey, you're fine, then we need to talk, because this is exactly what I do here. We don't guess. We look at the blood work, we look at the lifestyle, and we build a protocol that's actually gonna work. So click the link in the description below, apply for coaching. We'll get on a call, let's look at exactly where you're at. We can map out the steps to get you optimized. Drop all your questions in the comments, I read all of them, and then they become the topics for videos like these. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.